Very slick boxer, relies on his speed.
Oh,
and
there goes Colbert!
Careful, now I think you've seen the
big left. But the heavier handed.
It's the tide's turning here.
Valenzuela, and Colbert's hurt! Colbert is hurt!
Is that overhand left again, Ray?
Does this look like the face of a winner? If you said no, you'd be wrong. After getting outlanded, knocked down, and rocked several times, the judges gave Chris Colbert the victory. In fact, not only did he win, he was a sore winner, much to the disgust of the crowd.
You suck ass.
Jose Rayo Valenzuela never had a chance. He was the underdog, overlooked and handpicked to feed a win to a hyped-up prospect. And although discouraged, he used his opponent's words as fuel for the rematch. But the taunting didn't stay in the ring. At the next press conference, tempers flared and the stakes were raised. On a handshake deal, the loser would have to pay $50,000 to the winner out of their own purse. With pride and money on the line, the rematch was set. The power-punching underdog versus the slick, highly skilled
2 and 135.
Sometimes, the judges get it wrong, and the only way to win the rematch is to not need the judges at all.
I beat him, man. I beat him fair and square, man. I beat him, bro. I dominated. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess this boxing.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. UFC 311 is finally here. We got Islam vs Sarukian, Merab vs Umar, and my partners at DraftKings are ready to make the fights even better. Right now, all new customers who bet just $5 will instantly get $200 in bonus bets. That's right, receive $200 in bonus bets just for placing any $5 wager. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on the action with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code Murdoch and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code Murdoch only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Unfortunately, boxing and robbery go hand in hand. As long as there have been judges, there have been some pretty questionable decisions, and blockbuster fights are no exception. In 1999, WBC and lineal champion Lennox Lewis fought unified WBA and IBF champion Evander Holyfield for heavyweight supremacy. The winner would be crowned the undisputed heavyweight world champion, the best of their generation, and most importantly, the baddest man on the planet. Although a slight betting underdog, Lewis controlled the fight behind an active jab and outboxed Holyfield from the outside. What should have been a clear victory for Lewis was marred by corrupt or incompetent judging. Despite landing triple the jabs and twice as many power punches, both at higher accuracies, the fight was ruled a draw. Ringside judge Eugenia Williams said she saw Lewis land fewer punches and scored the bout for Holyfield. Even if you win the fight, thanks to the judges, you can still lose the boxing match. Everyone left Madison Square Garden that night with a sour taste in their mouth, and so 8 months later, they would meet again. Holyfield managed to make it more exciting, but still couldn't get past the Lion's jab. Ironically, this fight was more competitive than the first, but was scored far wider on the cards. Via unanimous decision, Lennox Lewis was the new undisputed heavyweight champion. The right man won, but it just goes to show that boxing scoring is subjective, widely flawed, and prone to robbery. Just ask Roy Jones Jr., who's been on both sides of a controversial decision. First, as an amateur in the gold medal match in Seoul, and second, as the greatest pound-for-pound fighter alive. After achieving the impossible and moving up to win a heavyweight title, Roy was faced with a tough decision. Stay at heavyweight and fight the likes of Lewis, the Klitschkos, and David Tua, or go back down to light heavyweight. Jones wisely returned to his old division to fight Antonio Tarver for his old belts. Except, after beefing up to heavyweight, cutting back down to 175 was hard on his body. Roy shed the 20 pounds necessary, but come fight night he was slower, weaker, and no longer the Superman we once knew. Tarver landed combination after combination, and Roy's face bore all the evidence. Despite all the punishment he took, the judges awarded Jones a majority decision victory.
And listening to a crowd which thinks it was the wrong decision. Well,
Jones could have retired. He got away with highway robbery. He could have rode off into the sunset with an unblemished record, but public pressure got to him. He was the champion, sure, but the media, other boxers, and the people didn't recognize him as such. It's a tale as old as the sport itself.
You think I beat him the last time? Do you?
You got the decision. Man, I won, but I didn't beat him.
6 months later, the rematch gave us the coldest line in boxing history.
You have any questions? I got a question. You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
Tarver was on a mission, and in just 2 rounds, he had Roy out on the canvas. With a left hook, he made the judges irrelevant and got retribution for the first fight. Tarver earned what was rightfully his, and Jones was never the same. It's almost poetic how getting a fight stolen from you can simultaneously be the worst and best thing for your career. Getting robbed is miserable, but for some fighters, it's the ultimate fuel for a knockout. Rayo Valenzuela didn't need to bet an extra $50,000 with Colbert, but in his mind, he knew he could beat him. He already had. In the first round, Rayo picked up where he left off and jumped on his opponent. Within 30 seconds, Colbert was sat down in the corner and being counted by the ref. To his credit, he got back up and boxed well, but Valenzuela wouldn't be denied. He had improved defense, new angles, and every punch was thrown with bad intentions. In the 6th, a leaping right hook turned the lights out. As a result, we got this iconic image, and if Rayo was gracious in defeat, he was certainly humble in victory.
I want to thank Chris. He's a hell of a fighter. If it wasn't for him, you know, I wouldn't be here. It takes 2 to tango. So I want to say thank you, man, to you and your father. You know, the bet is off. You know, that's childish. You know, have a good holidays, man. I love you guys.
But let's run this back. We won it one.
In his next fight, Valenzuela would go on to win the light welterweight championship, while Colbert would be stopped by his corner during a Wednesday night brawl. When the judges get it wrong, you have to take matters into your own hands, which makes the upcoming rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol that much more exciting. Their first fight had a lot of fans crying robbery, and Bivol is the perfect character for a comeback story. He isn't known for one-punch knockout power, but as one of the smartest boxers fighting today, he has the right mindset for redemption.
I don't like excuses, explanations. You know, my philosophy is to be perfect, to not answer on questions why you did this, why you did that, have some excuses. I feel shame if I trying to explain you why I didn't win this fight. Just I didn't win, and that's it.
Whether it's repeat or revenge remains to be seen. Like Lewis or Pacquiao or any great who was on the wrong side of a close decision, Dmitry Bivol has an opportunity to settle the score. Getting robbed can certainly break a fighter's spirit, but for a rare special few, it's the catalyst for greatness. You can't change how the judges see a fight, but you can make sure they never get to score it.